Hello there. Welcome to Sleep Mode, bedtime stories and guided sleep meditations for gamers, presented by Glitch Creative Labs. Please be sure to not listen to this recording while driving, operating heavy machinery, or while trying to climb a mountain in the rain. The goal of this episode of Sleep Mode is to help you relax and unwind after a long day of work or play, so you can put down the Joy-Cons and get some rest. If you enjoy your time with us, please subscribe to our channel and give this episode a thumbs up. Sleep Mode is now on Patreon. Become a Patreon supporter to get access to our private Discord community, where you can chat with other sleepy gamers and even directly influence future episodes of Sleep Mode. You'll also gain 48-hour early access to each new episode, exclusive sneak peeks, and you'll unlock Story Mode, where we skip the intros and guided meditations and get straight to the bedtime story. We'll also be picking supporters to give a shout out to for each episode. This episode is dedicated to our very first Patreon supporter, Kenny. You rock, Kenny. Thank you so much for helping us build up our channel. Now then, it's time to get some rest. Sleep Mode, Breath of the Wild, an epic bedtime story for gamers, begins in 3, 2, 1. For the first time in over 100 years, the land of Hyrule is at peace. Link, the hero of the wild, and Zelda, the adventurous princess of destiny, defeated Calamity Ganon and ended his evil plans to destroy all of Hyrule. It's been a rough century or so, but the power of the champions and the courage of our heroes saw us through the calamity. If the lessons learned from history and legends are correct, it will only be a matter of time before evil threatens our land again. A pretty scary thought, to be sure, especially for an exceptionally small Korok such as yourself, happily spending your days in the Lost Woods, playing with your fellow forest dwellers. Even when Hyrule fell to the great calamity oh so many years ago, you and your friends managed to stay safe with the guidance and wisdom of the great Deku Tree. Then, one day, something strange happened. One by one, Korok started leaving the woods. It was slow at first, but before you knew it, exactly 900 of your brothers and sisters in total just uprooted and vanished into the wilds of Hyrule. That seems like a very specific number. Apparently, they were all playing some kind of elaborate game of hide-and-seek with Big Brother Hetsu and the hero of the wild, Link. You were pretty worried about them. They really could have left a note or something, or they could have invited you to play too. How rude. Then, almost as soon as they left, they all started coming back home, smelling an awful lot like Korok seeds, by the way. Ooh, hope they washed their hands. A huge celebration took place all across the forest to both revel in the defeat of Ganon and the return of the 900 hidden Koroks. Each one of them shared stories about the adventures they had and how they got to help Link on his quest. It almost makes you want to go out there and have an adventure of your own. Almost. Oh, will you look at that? It's starting to get pretty late. You say your goodbyes to your friends, then lazily make your way back home inside of a large birch tree and climb into bed. Going off on an adventure. What a terribly dangerous idea, you think to yourself as you slowly drift off to sleep. Welcome, Leaf. No, do not fear. It is I, the great Deku Tree, speaking to you through the pathways of your dreams. I sense something is coming in the wind. It carries with it the promise of great change. You are about to be tested in a most profound way. I know that you have enjoyed a most peaceful life under my emerald boughs. But the time has come to awaken the hero that lives deep inside of your heart. Ooh, so much apprehension in such a small Korok. Let me help you find the spark of courage that you'll need to begin your journey. Now, let's get started. Spread out across your entire relaxation space. Feel the soft fabric as it surrounds your body in comfort and warmth. Close your eyes and take in a deep breath from your nose for about 7 seconds. Feel your chest rise as it takes in the positive vibrations granted by the 3 goddesses. Now exhale through your mouth for about 6 seconds. Very good. Once again, breathe in. Hold it for just a moment. You are starting to become more relaxed and centered. Now breathe out through your mouth. I sense an image starting to take shape in your mind. An image of yourself standing at the entrance to a strange glowing shrine. You are wearing the green tunic of the hero, and you hold a Sheikah slate in your hand. Yes, but I also sense much anxiety in you. Let me help you relax just a bit so we can continue our journey. To succeed, you'll need to be quick on your feet. So let's give your legs a nice long stretch. Point your toes downward and allow your legs to tense up just a bit as you stretch. Hold this position. Feel the tension begin to rise and release. Feel the warmth within your legs slowly unravel the tight muscles within, making them feel heavy and relaxed. Allow them to sink downward and find peace. Now let's move on to your arms. They'll need to be ready to use a sword and shield, so stretch them over your chest and make a tight fist. Hold this position and let the tension build up as you keep your arms suspended upwards. Keep your fists nice and clenched and start to feel that heroic power begin to strengthen them. Oh, they may be small, but there is much strength hidden within. Now release your stretch and be at peace. It is time to step inside. As you bravely walk through the temple, you come across a pedestal. On it, there is a glowing orb that radiates warmth. It is the fiery orb of the great beast, Varudania. As you approach it, feel its energy envelop you. The flames start to dance around you, but they do not burn you. Instead, they bring a sense of great warmth and comfort. Allow this energy to spread across your body, from the tips of your toes to the top of your head. As you bask in the glow of Varudania, you become very aware of the sound of flowing water. You turn to see another orb floating in a pool in front of you. This is the orb that contains the ever-changing essence of Varuta. You step into the water and feel that it's refreshing and cool to your skin. You dip your head underneath the surface and allow yourself to float. Feel the water washing away all traces of tension or stress in your body. Become fully immersed and allow your body to become light and at rest. You step out of the water and feel a gust of wind blow past you, revealing the orb of Va-Meadow. The orb begins to rise and circle around you. You can feel it lifting you off the ground. You close your eyes and allow the wind to carry you, making you feel free and weightless as it does. The winds begin to subside, and you find yourself at the top of the shrine. You look out at the vast expanse of the glowing walls below. There's electricity in the air, crackling and buzzing around you, as the final orb, one filled with the spirit of Va-Naboris, reveals itself to you. You take in its electrical energy and feel it coursing throughout your entire body. It begins to charge you until your entire body becomes invigorated with the power of a champion. Finally, you see an altar set up at the top of the shrine. You place your hand on the pedestal, and it glows with a soft light. You feel a sense of balance and harmony, knowing that you are fully connected with the elements of fire, water, air, and electricity. Once again, take in a deep breath and slowly exhale. Carry this sense of balance and harmony within you as you embark on an adventure that has yet to reveal itself. Now, Leaf, go with my blessings. Become the hero that your friends can rely on in their time of need. A noise just outside your window startles you awake. What was that? Nothing. Maybe it was just your imagination playing tricks on your poor, sleepy mind. There it is again. What could it be? Maybe it's an ill-tempered Bobokin wandering the forest. Or even worse, it could be a Hinox looking to squash any Korok it sees with its one eye into mulch.
Oh no!
You recognize that voice.
What am I going to do? Maybe I should wake the great Deku Tree. No, I don't want to worry him. Maybe I could ask Link for his help. Oh, that won't work. He didn't even find them all in the first place.
It's Big Brother Hetsu. He's pacing back and forth outside your treehouse with a very worried look on his face. You get up from your warm, safe bed and start making your way over to Hetsu to see what's the matter.
Okay, let me try this again. Otto, Bark, Birch, Willow, Sap, and Telemachus are all accounted for. So is Sparrow, Lark, Merryweather, Tony with a Y, and Tony with an I. Terry and Jerry are also here too. And then there's Lenny, Benny, and... Uh-oh. I know who's missing.
You slowly walk up to your big brother as he nervously rambles on.
Huh? Who's there?
You step out from behind your tree and wave hello.
Oh good, it's just you, Leaf. I was worried that a monster was coming to get me there for a second. But wait, I'm still worried. We have a big problem. A member of our family is missing.
Missing? What happened?
Well, as you might know, 900 Koroks went off into Hyrule to test the skill of the hero of the wild Link.
And by test you mean playing hide-and-seek under rocks and whatnot. But okay, you roll with it.
Well, I counted all of our adventurous friends at the welcome home party, and I only counted 899.
Uh-oh. That means...
That means we have one of our brethren still lost out there somewhere.
Well, this isn't good at all.
goodness, I know the hero Link was busy and all, but there were only 900 Koroks hidden across the land. He could have taken the time to find them all, no problem.
Well, then again, he was pretty busy dispelling an ancient evil and saving the world. So credit where credit is due.
Wait a second. Leaf, I know what you need to do.
You see a confident gleam in Hetsu's eyes. One that just might spell out trouble for you.
You need to go on a great adventure to find the last of the 900 Koroks, and then bring them back here to the forest in one piece.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Do what now? You're not the adventurous type. You're more of the sit on the porch and watch from a safe distance type.
Oh, come on! This is your chance to become a hero, too. I can see it now. Leaf, the hero of the Slightly Wild. I'll work on the name later. What do you say? Will you be a champion for that one lost little Korok?
Well, you guess. You reluctantly agree to help Hetsu find the... Wait a second. Who's the final missing Korok anyways?
Oh, great question. I made a head count, and the only one missing in our village is... Kenny.
Huh. Now that you think about it, you can't remember the last time you actually saw Kenny's cheerful face wandering around the forest.
You better get a move on if you want to find them before something bad happens. The last time we spoke, Kenny was on their way to Zora's domain. They might still be there.
Huh. Zora's domain. Got it. But quick question. Where is that anyways? And how will you get there?
I've got that covered. Just meet me at the edge of the forest at sunrise. That's when your adventure will really begin. I gotta go get ready. I'll see you soon. And, Leaf, thank you.
Hetsu rushes off into the shadowy woods until he's out of sight. Your adventure begins at sunrise, huh? How did you manage to get pulled into such an unlikely situation? And if the legendary hero couldn't find Kenny, what chance do you have? Well, now's not the time to second-guess yourself. You have a missing friend lost in the wilds, and it's your job to find them and bring them home. You gather up a few supplies, and then make your way to the edge of the wood to meet Hetsu. You take one look back at your cozy treehouse and the warm glow of the Korok forest. Let's hope that the two of you can make it back in one piece. A bright blue sunrise greets you as you hesitantly take your first steps into Hyrule. Since you sprouted your first roots, you've never left the safety of the forest. It's actually pretty exhilarating, but mostly scary. It's a big world out there, and you're so small. Oh no! Something's coming. Is it a monster already? You think to yourself, oh no, please don't eat me, please don't eat me.
Hello, Leaf.
Oh, it's just Hetsu meeting up with you as planned.
Well, who else would it be? Okay, it's just about time for you to head off on your quest. But it's dangerous to go along, so take this.
Hetsu hands you a wooden toy sword.
Ah, but that's just not any old toy. I spent days studying Link's Master Sword after Princess Zelda left it there in front of the great Deku Tree. While it waited for him to reclaim it and seal away Calamity Ganon, I carved my very own Master Sword to protect you on your journey. Dun-dun-dun-dun! Now you're a real hero.
You take the sword and give it a couple of swings. It's a little heavy, but you can tell that a lot of love and time was put into making it.
That's not all. Look it. Dun-dun-dun-dun!
Hetsu pulls out a huge leaf, then hands it to you.
I got you your very first Korok leaf. Leaf? With this, you'll be able to ride the wind and fly all across Hyrule with ease. You can use it to get to Zora's domain in a jiffy.
These are wonderful gifts and all, but you don't exactly plan on doing much fighting out there, and you still have no idea where Zora's domain even is.
Oh, pish posh.
Hetsu says with a wave of his maracas.
Oh, pish posh. You're a hero now, and a hero needs a trusty sword to battle with bad guys. Plus, finding Zora's domain is easy peasy. Look over there.
You look in the direction that Hetsu is pointing. It's a huge mountain with a cloud of dark smoke bellowing from its peak.
Zora's domain is just past that mountain. You know, that big one with glowing red-hot flames. I think it's called, you know what? Never mind what it's called. All you have to worry about is getting around it. Then it's a straight shot to the cool blue waters of Zora's domain.
Well, that sounds easy enough. What could possibly go wrong?
Well, good luck, Leaf. I'll be cheering you on, just like this.
Hetsu bursts out into a joyful dance as you raise up your Korok leaf and begin to float away on a strong gust of wind. The ground beneath your feet becomes smaller and smaller as you quickly rise up into the sky, leaving behind the safety of the forest and heading straight towards the big mountain. I wonder what they call that thing anyways. It takes a little longer than you thought it would, but you finally make it over the mountain. You can feel its heat licking at your very flammable bark, but you don't really seem to notice much, because you're seeing so many wonderful sights. The first thing you notice is a sprawling village just around the base of the mountain. Big, hulking Gorons run around its streets, and some are even on the mountain itself, digging into the peaks and pulling out shiny stones. One of them sees you in the sky and gives you a big toothy grin as it waves hello to you with its massive arms. How could something so big be so friendly? I guess you really shouldn't judge something by its looks. Just because it's big doesn't mean it's scary. I wonder if the same thing is true for smaller things. Just because a Korok is small, that doesn't mean it could be very brave. You think about that for a bit, until your eyes see something incredible. It's a giant lizard. But not like the lizards that you're used to seeing in the forest. It's absolutely massive. It crawls around on the fiery openings of the volcano, and is almost as big as the mountain itself. I wonder if that's one of the divine beasts of legend that helped Link defeat Calamity Ganon. Whoa. All of your friends back home are going to be so jealous that you got to see a divine beast in real life. A radical thought starts to enter your mind. One that is very different from your normal, play-it-safe demeanor. You wonder if you can get a closer look. You know what? You just left the village, and you feel yourself becoming more adventurous than ever. You shift your leaf towards Va Redania and feel the hot air begin to carry you towards the behemoth. You get closer and closer to it, so close that you can almost touch it, until a loud rumble starts to shake the mountain. Streams of red-hot magma start to gush out and jump towards your direction. Uh-oh. Maybe you shouldn't have gotten so close. You do your best to dodge the blasts of melted rock and scorching flames. And by the grace of the great Deku Tree, you manage to avoid the very angry volcano. What a relief. You look onto the horizon and see a city in the distance that sparkles with shimmering waterfalls, and flanked by winding rivers. That must be Zora's domain. It's so close you can almost smell it. Wait a minute. What's that smell? You swear it smells like something is on... well, like something's on fire. You look up and notice that your Korok leaf has been set ablaze from the blast. This can't be good. Panic starts to set in as you realize that you're starting to lose altitude. Within seconds, the entire leaf burns up as you quickly start to plummet down to the ground. You slowly open your eyes and find yourself on the shore of a riverbed. Thank goodness, the water must have broken your fall. But how did you get here? Glad you're still with us, little fellow. A voice calls out from just above you. You look up to see a blue Rito happily playing an accordion. I didn't know you tree folk were built so, resiliently, we'll say. I should write that down. Oh, I'm sorry. Where are my manners? The name is Cass, wandering minstrel and keepers of songs and the tales of Hyrule. So what are you doing falling from Death Mountain? Death Mountain? Is that what that place is called? Huh. I guess Hetsu conveniently left that part out when he was giving you directions. You get up and give Cass a polite bow and thank him for pulling you from the river. Oh, no. Don't thank me, little buddy. I was just passing by. If you want to thank anyone for pulling you out of the drink, it should be him. Him? Him who?
Ha ha ha! Well met, little friend. I'm glad to see that you're no worse for the wear.
You turn around to see a very tall red Zora towering above you.
It was a good thing that I was training nearby. Who knows what could have happened to you if I wasn't here?
The very confident Zora flashes you a fanged smile and a thumbs up. Oh, I would give another bow there, kiddo. You're standing in the presence of Prince Sidon, heir to King Dorphan, and future ruler of Zora's domain, Cass says with a smile. The ruler of Zora's domain? What luck. He just might know where Kenny could be hiding.
Oh, dispense with the royal titles and whatnot, Cass. I'm just glad to help out. I mean, I barely did anything, really. I didn't even work up a sweat. Ha ha ha.
True. But what kind of bard would I be if I didn't add a little bit of flair to the meeting?
Ah, very true. Now then, little fellow, how can we be of assistance? There must be some reason why a Korok fell from Death Mountain into the river below.
You tell them about the 900 Koroks, and how one is still missing somewhere in Zora's domain.
So good Sir Link missed one of your brethren, did he? Ha! That sounds like great training to me. I'm sure I could have found all 900 in just one playthrough. But that's just me. I know this place like the back of my fin. I also know that you traveled a long way from home. So it is with much regret that I must inform you that I have not seen any Koroks prancing about. Present company excluded.
You feel your stomach drop a bit from the bad news Prince Siding just gave you. If Kenny's not here, then where could they be?
The good prince may know his domain inside and out.
But I have traveled all across Hyrule gathering stories. And just so happen that I've heard a rumor of a lone Korok wandering the fields near Hyrule Castletown. Perhaps your friend got lost on their way home. You feel a sense of hope rush through your branches. Kenny was never very good at directions, and is probably the only Korok that you know that can still get lost in the Lost Woods. Huh, that was a fun sentence. But without a Korok leaf to fly on, how will you get to Hyrule Castletown in time? Well, if it's wings that you need, I just so happen to have a great pair right here, and I wouldn't mind giving a fellow traveler a ride to the castle. You happily accept Cass's offer to fly you to your destination. Just, not so high up. You're still a little traumatized from your last flight. No worries, little fellow. Just climb aboard and I'll get you there in no time at all. And while we travel, I can tell you a tale or two. You climb up Cass's back, as you wave goodbye to Prince Sidon. And in the blink of an eye, Cass spreads his wings and flies into the sky. Good luck, little forest dweller. Sister, if you can hear me, please help that little Korok on their mission. It's always tough to lose a member of your family. You and your new companion soar high up in the clouds above Hyrule. The journey has been long, but you feel like it may soon come to an end. Just below, you can see Hylians building new villages and roads across the land. It seems slow, but you feel like the world is finally starting to heal. Ah, it's good to see peace finally returning after 100 years of darkness. Sure, you'll see the occasional Bokoblin raid, or a Yiga ninja attack, but now that the princess has returned with Link by her side, the people of Hyrule are prospering once again. You know, I always felt that you Korok should have a champion too. The Gorons have Daruk, the Zora had Princess Mipha, the Desert Folk had Urbosa, and yes, even us Rito had Gravali. One heck of a shot, but kind of a jerk sometimes. Maybe you'll be the next champion and you don't even know it. How amazing would that be? Leaf, the champion of the forest. It has a nice ring to it, but you would much rather be cozy in your treehouse than going on regular crazy adventures. Ah, look! We're finally here. You start making your descent back down to solid ground. You see a pretty big city below, and just past that, a walled castle with broken spires. Beautiful, isn't it? That's Hyrule Castle. Well, what's left of it at least. Back before the calamity, my old master said that it was quite spectacular in its day. That was before Ganon and his beasties took it over. Now it's just a husk of its former glory. And you didn't hear this from me, but I hear that there may be a secret or two hidden underneath it. But that's a tale for another game. I'm sure Princess Zelda will have it looking its best in no time. Well, unless some unforeseen danger strikes again. Maybe from underground this time. But what do I know? I'm just spitballing ideas here. Okay, get ready for a landing. Cass carefully lands in the heart of Hyrule Castle Town. The streets are filled with Hylians coming and going about their business of rebuilding. Wow, will you look at this place? It's amazing what people can do when they set their minds to it. And, not having monsters attack you at every opportunity. Well, my friend, I am afraid this is where we must depart. Believe me when I say that it was a pleasure meeting you. And, good luck finding your missing compatriot. I'll be sure to write an epic song about your adventure. Until we meet again. You thank Cass for his help as he flies off into the distance. Thankfully, getting here was the easy part. Now, you'll have to do your best to track down the missing Korok. I guess a hero's work is never done. You spend hours looking for any sign of your lost friend, checking every stone-covered corner, every freshly planted flower bed, and you ask every person you meet if they've seen them. But no one seems to have any clue. In fact, you're pretty much the first Korok they've ever seen. Like, ever. It's like Koroks are invisible or something. You sit down under a tree and take a moment to catch your breath. Your enthusiasm starts to diminish. Hyrule is so much bigger than you thought it would be. How will you ever find someone so small in such a big place?
Well, now, isn't this a surprise? Another forest dweller has shown up in town.
A voice speaks to you from the other side of the tree. It's an older-looking man with a big, bushy beard and a cloak over his face.
You wouldn't happen to be looking for a friend of yours, are you?
You nod in excitement. This might be the clue you're looking for.
Ha! I thought so. Well, I do believe they ran off towards the castle ruins. They were mumbling something about trying to get home for some kind of party. To be honest, they didn't seem to have the slightest idea of where they were going.
Yep, that has to be Kenny. There's no doubt in your mind.
I'd be careful if I was you, though. The castle ruins are a dangerous place. Who knows what may be waiting for you behind those walls?
Well, that doesn't sound very safe at all. But you've come this far, and there's no turning back now. You try to give your thanks to the kind old man, but he's gone. I wonder what that was all about. He seemed kind of familiar to you somehow. It must be your imagination. You bravely start making your way towards the gates of the castle. There's a missing Korok to find, and a warm bed waiting for you at home. It's time to become a real hero. You cautiously enter the ruined grounds of Hyrule Castle. This is the place where Link finally defeated Calamity Ganon, and the scars of that battle can still be seen. Speaking of being seen, you have a sinking feeling running down your spine. It's like you're being watched. Better pull out that sword Hetsu gave you, just in case something happens. You walk around the ruins with your sword in hand, looking for any signs of a Korok. What was that? The clanking of metal breaks the silence of the royal ruins. There it is again. Maybe it's Hetsu? He does have a bad habit of sneaking around and accidentally giving you a fright. Sounds a bit too small to be Hetsu. I wonder what it could be. You carefully follow the sound, hoping that it's the long-lost Kenny. Then you see it. A huge metal monster lying on its side. Its markings are fairly similar to that of the divine beast you saw crawling around Death Mountain. But thankfully, it's not quite as big as a divine beast. Plus, it doesn't look like it's working anymore, which is a very good thing, because those sharp talons on its legs look like they can pack a punch. It reminds you of the stories the other Koroks told you when they got back home. I think they call them guardians. They're pretty tough customers from what you've heard.
Hello? I could use a bit of help.
A tiny voice calls out from just underneath the guardian. Could it be? You run over to the motionless contraption for a closer look, and you smell the unmistakable aroma of a Korok seed.
Leaf, is that you? I've been trapped under here for days. I climbed up on this thing to get a higher view so I can find my way home. Then, pow! I fell down, and it fell on top of me. Please help.
With all your might, you try your best to lift the guardian off the trapped Korok. But the big lug won't budge. You try and try, but it's no use. It's just too heavy.
How's it going up there?
You explain that the guardian is a bit too heavy for you to lift.
Well, I guess this is my new home now. Just, have my mail forwarded here, and make sure somebody waters my plants for me back home.
You feel a sense of frustration build inside of you. Then you angrily hit the robot with your sword. The moment the wood of your sword hits the metal caprice of the guardian, something changes. The eye starts to light up a bright blue, and its mechanical gears start whirring to life.
Hey, what's going on up there? Is this thing getting lighter? Are you able to move it now?
Uh-oh. You have a bad feeling about this. The guardian rises up from the ground and starts to look around the area until it sets its sights on you. The once blue eye lens begins to turn red. This can't be good. Hey, look at that! You finally found the 900th Korok. And it didn't take 80 hours and a wiki page.
You did it! Why is this thing moving? Uh-oh! Run!
The two of you start to run for your lives as the angry metal machine unleashes a barrage of deadly laser beams at the two of you.
Did I miss something here?
You dodge and weave your way through the ruins, doing your best to avoid the Guardian's relentless attacks. You keep on running until you find yourself standing in front of a fallen piece of wall that blocks your path.
Oh no, it looks like we've hit a dead end.
The Guardian catches up to you and begins to charge up a final attack.
Well, it looks like this is it. It was, nice knowing you, buddy.
Kenny takes your hand and closes their eyes as the two of you wait for the blast. You open your eyes and see a very surprising sight. A Hylian dressed in blue garb stands between you and the Guardian, his shield raised up and still smoking from the energy of the blast.
Are we, goners now? That wasn't so bad. Hey, we're not dead. That guy must have blocked the laser with his shield.
You're okay. Thank goodness. The stranger turns towards you and gives you a smile. Then he draws his sword. Wait a second. That sword. It looks just like your sword. Wait. Could it be? It's him. It's the hero of the wild, Link. Link rushes towards the Guardian, expertly dodging more laser fire. He cuts and slashes at the rampaging behemoth, each hit finding its mark with ease.
Wow, look at him go!
The battle seems like an easy victory, until something unfortunate happens. The Guardian gets a lucky hit in with one of its tentacles, knocking Link to the ground.
Oh no, he's in trouble!
The robot stalks his way up to the downed hero, its red eye glowing with malicious intent. You have to do something. As quickly as your little legs can carry you, you run up to the Guardian and smack it with your sword as hard as you can. That must have hurt it, because its head spins right around and looks towards your direction. You get ready for the attack, sword held high. You refuse to go down without a fight. You look past the Guardian towards Link. He's back on his feet with bow in hand, and a glowing blue arrow aimed at the Guardian. The hulking machine turns its head towards Link. Big mistake. Because as soon as it looks in his direction, Link lets loose the arrow and hits it directly in its eye. The Guardian falls motionless to the ground.
We did it! I can't believe we made it out of that. Boy, are we gonna have some great stories to tell everyone back home.
You smile at Kenny, then turn to give your thanks to Link. He nods with approval, then kneels down to you at eye level. He looks at you for a moment. Then he smiles and reaches out with his hand to give you something. He places an item wrapped in cloth in your hand, then walks away without saying a word.
Not much of a talker, is he? So, what did he give you?
You look in your hands, and a smile comes across your face. You unravel the bundle of cloth, revealing the symbol of a loftwing carefully stitched across it, and a brand new Korok leaf nestled inside of it.
Well, what is it?
It's a way home. Thank you for listening to Sleep Mode. We hope you enjoyed your experience with us. Please make sure you like and subscribe to Sleep Mode on YouTube or anywhere else you listen to your favorite podcasts. It's the best way to make sure that you never miss a moment to get some rest. If you'd like to help our channel grow, please consider becoming a Sleep Mode Patreon supporter. for exclusive content and access to the Sleep Mode team. The link is in the description below. On the next episode of Sleep Mode, we'll be diving back into the world of Pokemon. Get those cameras ready, because Sleep Mode Pokemon Snap is up next. We'll see you very soon. Good night, gamers.